How are you doing?
No,
I know you took a little spill.
I just wanted to have a fun time, and it's these little things that I've been forced to focus on and find
Yeah.
these little things that make me happy just momentarily, and even if they're dangerous.
Ree, girl, you are giving us the full-fledged glam, darling.
I know I had to put it all together tonight. I have not been in this much glam the entire quarantine. Of course, I've been just sitting in robes with no makeup and whatever my hair does that day. But
Hey,
of course, I
amen.
had to get cute for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, girl. Hey, now, thank you for getting cute for me today because I don't know if you know what today is, but today marks a year ago that we reconnected at the Barclay Center for the big Fenty fashion show last year. And basically,
Oh wow!
friend anniversary.
Isn't that crazy to think that that was just a year ago that we
I
could
know.
actually be face to face?
I know. And we were just like throwing jabs back and forth and having fun with each other in the flesh. Now we'll have to just
Oh.
suffice with Zoom. But girl, let's talk about this production because last year it was off the chain. This year, what can we expect this year? What are the logistics going into it?
Well, it's definitely still going to be off the chain. You wouldn't see it otherwise. But I know that it's definitely a lot more challenging logistically. There are a lot of moving parts, a lot of moving people, and everyone's health obviously comes first. So it's trying to stay on top of that and make sure that everyone's good on top of a production that relies on everyone's health. It's presented its challenges, but we love a challenge, and we were just grateful that Amazon Prime was up for the challenge with us.
Yeah. So where are you going to be shooting it this year? You're taping it, obviously. How many models are going to be involved? Men, women, what's cooking?
Definitely men, women, non-binary. There's going to be an array of personalities, and I'm excited to present this show with new product that we've actually been designing since our last show. While we were making the last show, we were actually creating this collection. So it's fantastic to see it finally come to fruition. I'm particularly excited about our male representation from Christian Combs. We're doing a collaboration with him, which is really special to us. He's the latest collaborator for the brand, and he's worn randomly a customized boxer brief last year, which had the ladies going a little bit crazy. So
Yeah.
you know what? Come over to Savage and make them.
Yeah.
I wear them all the time, so I'm excited to see how people interpret that new franchise in our brand.
And of course, last time that we spoke, you told me that you feel like you have been busier than ever, even in the midst of a pandemic. So clearly that is the case. How do you continue to keep yourself inspired and motivated during times like these?
I start to dial back a lot because there's a lot happening always. And when I get into those little crevices of these huge moments, I just try to think about what I really love to do, like what truly makes me happy. And it's really the littlest things. It could be cooking, it could be walking, it could be biking.
Girl, you've been cooking?
Scooting. But
I heard about
it's
that.
all of these little tiny things that you just do for fun that in the moment they just make you feel great.
Yeah.
I don't have a license, so I can't really drive, but driving is also one of those things that are therapeutic.
Well, honey, now I'm going to back up a little bit because you mentioned scooting and being on an electric scooter. How are you doing? I know you took a little spill.
I'm doing tremendously better.
I mean, when I saw those pictures of you come out with the bruises, I was like, Ree, girl, you and Simon Cowell need to be in timeout.
I know. Thank God it wasn't as bad as his. Honestly, I'm really grateful that it wasn't as intense. But back to what you were saying, I just wanted to have a fun time, and it's these little things that I've been forced to focus on and find
Yeah.
these little things that make me happy just momentarily. And even if they're dangerous.
Ray, girl, you got to be careful.
I know. Trust me. I'll go slower next time.
Okay, yeah. You might be having to put that scooter away for the time being. And, you talk about.
You know what? You know what's scary?
What's that?
I'm probably not going to put the scooter away. That's
Rihanna, you need to reel it in, mama. You got a lot of
I
business.
will definitely not do it before a Savage production.
Okay.
Ever again.
Yes.
But after, I'll be back.
You've got all sorts of details going into Savage X Fenty for your upcoming fall collection. I hear even some like embroidery of your own doodles into the mix of some of the designs. Is that correct?
Yeah. It was a random little fun doodle night because it was supposed to be personal. It was supposed to be a play on a diary. And I figured just let's doodle and design what the diary would look like, because in my diary, it's full of empty pages. We even have these little merch diaries that we give as gifts that the doodles are outside of, and the pages are empty for you to journal whatever you want to journal in them. I've been coloring all of them, but we incorporated that into the embroidery in the lace, and it's like a fun little sub collection within the entire show.
So good. Girl, you are always working on something, and that is something that you told me in late July when I last spoke with you. You said that, you're always constantly working on music, and something that we've always gone back and forth on and everything. But how are times in this world today? How are they impacting your music and what you're working on, whether or not you want to put it out right now?
Yeah. It impacts everything. It impacts the timing for a lot. It impacts touring. It impacts how feasible it is to travel or have people that you want to work with travel to you. It forces you to figure it out. Mm-hmm. And I'm that type of girl. I just want to figure out a solution. I don't want to stay stuck on the problem. I want to okay, so what do we do about it?
Yeah.
And with COVID, every day has been, so what do you do about it? Because there's always a challenge. Every day is something different, every single day. And so the what do you do about it aspect has come into full play during this quarantine. And it's helped a lot, and it's forced me to figure things out and get creative and clever about it.
Yeah. Well,
we've been spoiled. We've really been spoiled, and this is a humbling experience.